How about that Peacemaker season finale? Question though. James Gunn told us there was going to be a really, really, really big cameo. Where was it? Like, I looked online and I saw that people were saying the cameo was the band who sings the intro song. I don't know who the fuck that was. Nelson or whatever. I don't know who that is. Like, that's not a really, really big cameo. Like, you've got to understand, in a world where we all speculate over every little thing that you say, when you say something like that, we're expecting something big. So I'm just starting this review off right off the bat to say that was pretty disappointing. Now, aside from that, I thought the episode was really good. I heard a reviewer talk about how they kind of felt like the last episode was a glorified post-credit scene, and how episode 7 was really the season finale, and this was just kind of set up for what's coming next. And I can definitely see that. I think that is a pretty good explanation of the video and recap of the show of the episode. But aside from that, like, although again I do agree with that, I do think that this episode was really good though. I thought it had a lot of heart and a lot of emotional moments. I thought the build up on the boat between or in the ship between Chris and Hardcore, I thought was honestly it was really good. And I think you really, it added to their relationship and their dynamic. So and then the only thing I wish would have been done different is I wish like the exploration through the different doors and universes would have gave us something that was more familiar. I'm not a die-hard DC fan, although I do love the DC universe, and Batman's my favorite character. The worlds that we saw, if they were, comic accurate or had been worlds that we had visited previous in the comic universe, I didn't recognize them. And I think that was maybe a little bit of a mess. I think that we could have visited some places that were a little bit more recognizable. But let's talk about where the episode left off. So Chris gets thrown into the world that they're clearly setting up to want to be a meta-human prison, right? And Rick Flag Sr. gets his revenge, I guess, on Chris to be able to put him in this world where he would assumingly is sending Chris to die. What world is it? There was a lot of fan speculation about the Earth that Chris was in being Earth X, and that ended up being true. But what world are we in here? Because all we really got was just some grassy fields and some monsters roaring in the background. Where could Chris be at? And when we're setting up for season 3, I really hope this isn't some way, because it really looks like from the sounds of the animals and everything in the background, like this is some kind of like prehistoric, pre-Jurassic type world, and I really hope that's not where we're going. I don't really care to see dinosaurs in the DC universe. So where could Chris be? Like, what could this world be? And I will tell you, I haven't a fathom of an idea. I have absolutely no clue on where Chris could get dropped off at. But I think it's going to set up for a very interesting, unique season 3. I'm also glad we didn't get Chris's brother in this last episode, because that's going to set up a story arc for later seasons if they continue to do this. I think clearly they're setting up for a season 3. This show has been a huge hit, so there's going to be a season 3. But season 2, there were some things I didn't care for, but overall I thought was a better season than season 1, and season 1 was fantastic. So I think season 2 is definitely a win. I love this episode, I love these characters, and I can't wait to see where they go with it. So what were your thoughts though of Peacemaker season finale of season 2? Where are you hoping they go? Where do you think they're going to go? And yeah, just drop in the comments. Let me know what you think. I love the episode. I thought it was a good win. And so I thought it wasn't what I wanted, but it was a good episode.